Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer and welcome to Best Kept Plans. Today we're going to be doing a budget with me for the first paycheck that I am receiving for 2022 using the printable version of the Budget by Paycheck Workbook from the Budget Mom. If you're interested in seeing that, please stick around. I am so in love with my setup for my budget planner for 2022, and I'm super excited to be diving into my first budget with me for 2022. This is a very similar setup to what I had for 2021. It's just the most updated version of the Budget by Paycheck Workbook from the Budget Mom. I am keeping this cover that I used in 2021, and I actually have my January envelope here for the 2021 savings challenges from the Budget Mom because I'm keeping all of my challenge information and stuff in this planner this year as well. Last year I had it separated into my Budget by Paycheck Workbook and then a binder for all my challenges, and I prefer to just have everything in one place. So moving into January, I thought I'd show you all my January monthly spread. I went a little bit easier on myself. I think that's the best way to say it with regards to putting together my monthly spread. For 2021, I literally used stickers to date each monthly view and to put the dates on the top so I had a Monday start. And this year I just said, you know what? My handwriting's not that terrible. No reason why I can't write the numbers in myself. And I also decided to write them in for the days of the week as well. I'm super happy that the Budget Mom didn't put days up here. That way I could easily make this a Monday start, which is my preferred monthly view situation. I did put in a cute little sticker here that says, "You got this." I do feel like I got this. I'm very excited to start budgeting and to really hone down my spending in January. If you saw my December 2021 budget recap, which I can link up here, I did a ton of overspending in the month of December, and I really want to bring that down this month. With my monthly view, things look very similar to how they looked in previous months. I have all the same bills that I've been having for a while: my rent, my Spotify, Netflix, Optimum, which is my home phone, internet and cable, Verizon, which is my cell phone, my church contribution, and then Fed loan, which is my student loan. I'm sure everybody who has federal student loans is aware that the hold on payments has been extended until May, which is really exciting. My loan is actually not even through Fed loan anymore. Fed loan is no longer doing student loans, so they transferred everything over to Nelnet. So that's who actually has my student loans now. I definitely have Fed loan written in for a couple of months though, because I kind of forgot that switch was happening. So we're budgeting for the paycheck that I'm receiving on January 6th. Really excited about that. I'm going to be paying bills that are in this kind of dark teal color. So basically just my Spotify, my Netflix with this paycheck. I do have a bunch of yellow written on the page. So the yellow is to indicate savings challenges. I am participating in the Budget Mom's 2022 savings challenges. I'm also doing the 52-week challenge. I'm continuing with my $5 challenge. So I am all about the challenges for 2022. The 52-week challenge, I've written in the amounts here. And so for this paycheck, I do have to save $1 and then $2 for that. One of the Budget Mom's 2021 savings challenges for January, I have to save $115. And then I have a couple of blank yellows along the side here. I'm actually filming this on Thursday the 30th, so that's why nothing's filled in for the second yet. But basically, this line is one of the challenges for January from the Budget Mom, and it is something that you have to kind of do weekly, or it could even be more than weekly, but it's based on your laundry. And so I haven't done laundry for this week yet, which is why the second's not filled up, but I'll have to make sure that I'm being conscious or aware of when I'm doing my laundry on the 9th and the 16th, because those contributions will be from my paycheck on the 6th. If I move forward and bring you all to the actual meat and potatoes of this budget, I'm going to zoom on in so that there's a clearer view for all of you watching. So this is the Paycheck Budget Tracker. That's a little bit of a change, but the Paycheck Budget Tracker for the paycheck I'm receiving on January 6, 2022. As always, I always start out in the income section of the Paycheck Budget Tracker. Now, yes, I received a raise in December. And I keep saying I'm going to start budgeting based on that raise, and I haven't. I had every intention of doing that with this paycheck, but I remembered that things might change with regards to my benefits at work. My benefits come out of my paycheck before I see my paycheck, and I do think my benefits changed a little bit from last year to this year, so the amount coming out is going to change a little bit. I think it's going up by about $20. So even though I got a raise in December and the last two paychecks I've received have been about $30, $45, which is, $100 more than what I have written here. I don't know that it's going to keep being $30, $45 because of the change in my benefits. So I'd rather budget on $29.35 for this paycheck, see what the total amount I'm going to be paid is going to look like with any changes to my budget, to my benefits, and then use that moving forward. So budgeting again based on $29.35. For the bills section, as I said earlier, we only have two bills that we need to pay this month, my Spotify and my Netflix. But I'm also pulling one of the 2022 savings challenges from the Budget Mom right out of my paycheck. And so that's why I've written in 2022 savings challenge of $115 here. So if I add up these two bills and the savings challenge, that brings my total to $141. And if I subtract that $141 from the $29.35 that I budgeted my income to be, I'm left with $2,794. And that is what I'm going to bring down to the envelopes or variable expense section of the Paycheck Budget Tracker. Now, my variable expense categories have not changed since last year, but the amounts are changing a little bit. $200 I think works well for me for groceries. I never go over usually in groceries. I did go over in December, which I was actually really surprised about when I did my budget recap, but I don't anticipate that being a regular occurrence. So I'm okay with keeping $200 for groceries. I've been going over and eating out consistently the last several months. I've also been going over in gas. So in 2021, I was budgeting $50 for eating out and $50 for gas. Instead, for this year, as it stands right now, I'm going to be budgeting $75 a pay period for both eating out and for gas. Because I didn't want to put any more money total towards my variable expenses, I decided that me raising my eating out and my gas budgets would mean that I was going to decrease my miscellaneous budget. This is also a way for me to try to just rein my spending in a little bit more as well. And so instead of $200 a pay period, I'm giving myself $150 a pay period. So all of these added together do equal to $500. And if I subtract that from the $27.94 I had left over after paying my bills, I have $2,294, which is what I am bringing up to the sinking fund section of the Paycheck Budget Tracker. So my sinking funds look the same as my last budget with me, the budgets with me that I've been doing really since August. I started saving for my 2022 sinking funds back in August, and I'm just continuing on that journey. I'm going to be putting $50 towards travel, $25 towards Christmas, $15 towards subscriptions, $20 towards medical, $50 towards car maintenance, $20 towards birthdays, $20 towards holidays, and $70 towards my car insurance and taxes. All of those added up together do equal $270. And if I subtract that from the $22.94 I was left with after paying my bills and my variable expenses, I am left with $2,024. Now, I do have debt, but that debt is my student loans, and I'm not paying on them right now. I'm not going to start payments until I need to start payments in May. The reason why is because paying off debt is not my priority right now. My priority right now is savings. If you've been watching my videos, then you know I had a really big, lofty savings goal for myself for 2021, which was to save $30,000 towards a down payment on a home. I did meet that goal, and I'm just trying to keep that momentum going. I'm really, really hoping to buy a house in 2022. I desperately want to buy a house in 2022. And so that is still my main focus. And that's where I want the majority of my money that I have left over after my bills, my variable expenses, and my sinking funds to go. So with that 2024, I am putting $1724 towards my house. But I am taking $300 of it and putting it towards my checking account cushion. Now, I do like to have a checking account cushion. I do a zero-based budget, but I don't actually want my checking account going down to $0. And so I usually have about a $500 cushion in my checking account. Now, I overspent in December, and my checking account cushion took a hit because of that. So I want to replenish that. I feel most comfortable when I have at least $500 of a cushion in my checking account. I don't like the feeling it gives me when I don't have that much. And so I'm putting $300 towards my cushion, and I'm putting $1724 towards my house, which I think is still a really great amount. That totals up to the 2024. I did also write in 2022 savings challenges, $5 challenge, and an emergency fund in here, and that's really more so for what it's going to look like in the actual column. I do budget. I mean, I technically am budgeting for the 2022 savings challenge in my bill section, but really what I'm writing in down here is what I'm pulling from my cash envelopes for the challenges. I don't budget for my $5 challenge. I don't budget for my emergency fund. So those will come into play when it comes to my actual column over here. I just wrote them in as a reminder to myself. If I flip the page over and bring you all to the cash envelope breakdown, again, this is the cash envelope breakdown for my paycheck on the 6th. Everything here, well, the things here look pretty similar to how they've looked, especially in the sinking funds section. There's been a little bit of change, obviously, to my variable expenses because my totals are different. I also did take into account that I do have to be saving certain denominations for the savings challenges that I'm doing, or at least the ones that I know what I need in denomination so far. So for eating out, I'm doing a 50, a 20, and a 5. For gas, I'm doing the same, a 50, a 20, and a 5. That equals $75. For the miscellaneous envelope, I have to budget for $150. Whoops, sorry everyone. And normally I like to do the biggest bills possible, but I know I'm going to be doing the 52-week challenge, and I know I'm going to need singles to do that. So I ended up doing a $100 bill, 2 20s, a 5, and 5 singles. And in doing that, I'm also going to be able to contribute to my $5 challenge as well. So I'm not mad about that. For my sinking funds, I stuck with the largest denominations that I could. And then I did, of course, add in here that I'm contributing to one of the 2022 savings challenges directly from my paycheck. I'm putting in $115. And so I pulled that in $100, a 10, and a 5. So when I go to the bank on payday, I'm going to be pulling $685 out of my checking account to stuff my envelopes. And that is something that I will be doing for you all. There will be a cash envelope stuffing for this paycheck. And it should be posting 2 days after this video posts, so on the 8th. So that is my budget for the paycheck that I'm receiving on January 6th. Things look similar to how they've been looking. But, I'm just really excited to be starting out almost like with a clean slate and with new goals, not like firm, hard goals for the entire year, but at least for the first few months, and new savings challenges and all of that fun stuff. If you guys need a little bit of a refresher from my video where I did an overview of this budget book, I did put together for myself a bit of a page in the back where I have my goals for the first 3 months of the year. This is a printable from the Budget Mom, and it's meant to come up with 3 goals for a month, but I instead changed it and I made each of these columns a month of their own. And basically, I'm going to color in the flowers based on how much I save towards my number 1 savings goal, which is still my house savings. So I definitely could give updates on this, maybe during my cash envelope stuffings, or maybe just update once a month when I'm doing my budget recaps or something like that. But I am really excited to have this as like a little bit of a visual tracker for myself. I hope you all enjoyed this budget with me, and I hope that you follow along on my journey through 2022 and whatever the heck that has to bring to me. If you have any questions or comments, please do not hesitate to put them down below. And as always, everyone, please be safe. Bye-bye.